Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Amisha, UDE 190060. In this video, I'm going to present about our movie review. So the title for the movie that had been chosen is The Help. Basically, this movie is inspired by Catherine Stockett's 2009 novel. This movie also had two dates of release, which the first one is 9 August 2011 at Beverly Hills and the second one is 10 August 2011 at United States. What is a good movie without a good artist? So in this The Help movie, we have artists that have received many awards such as Emma Stone as Eugenia Skeeter Peeland, Viola Davis as Evelyn Clark, Octavia Spencer as Minnie Jackson, Bruce Dallas Howard as Hillary, Jessica Chastain as Celia Ray, and Alison Janney as Charlotte Peeland. Next is supporting cast. Supporting cast is character in a narrative that is not the objective of the storyline but appear or is mentioned in a story sufficiently. So the list of supporting cast in this movie is Anna O'Reilly as Elizabeth Leaford, Cecil Spexter as Mrs. Walter, Chris Lowell as Stuart Whitford, and Mike Vogel as Jonathan or Johnny. Behind this good movie, the film director for this movie is Ted Taylor, which provide direction to the cast and crew and create overall vision. So even though the budget for this movie is quite huge, which is 25 million, but they get a larger amount written, which is 2.16.6 million. Furthermore, the language for this movie is English and it does not provide any subtitle. There are three producers in this movie, which is the first one is Chris Columbus, second is Michael Benetton, and third is Bronson Green. Even though there are many producers, each of everyone has their own set of duties such as budget and schedule, raise money, recruit the cast and crew, and also organize the post-production.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Darain binti Muhammad Nizam. My matric number is UDE 190070. So, for summary of this movie review, they have focused on three women who work as a nanny, housekeepers, and maid for the Lee Law family mini. An outspoken maid and Skeeter, a recent college graduate. Okay, Skeeter is long to pursue her career in writing that will take her beyond stifling confines of her refined white Southern society. Okay, so dismayed by the racist home help sanitation initiative started by her childhood friend Healy Holbrook. Okay, so Skeeter starts to think about what it might mean to change attitudes about race in Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, on suggestion of Harper and Row editor Elaine Steen, Skeeter start a dangerous new project interviewing the maids about what it is like work as a black maid for a white family. Okay, Evelyn and Millie are initially skeptical of this idea but soon realize that it is an important chance to tell their stories. So spread by Haley's School and racist initiative, the maid of Jackson, Mississippi share their stories with Skeeter. Concerned that people will recognize themselves in the book, Minnie adds a dark secret about Healy to the book so that Healy will stay quiet about the identity of the maids. Okay, the book is surprise hit, generating a great deal of discussion between black and white people. After the success of the novel, Skeeter's moved to New York to work in publishing. Okay, so Evelyn is fired from her job and embarks on a writing of her own, and Minnie leaves her abusive husband. So that's all for summary. And
hi, my name is Faranazah binti Muhammad Yusri. I'm going to be presenting about the plot of this movie, which is The Help. So, at the beginning of the story, Evelyn Clark is an African-American maid who works for Elizabeth Leaford that have a daughter that she neglects. She rarely takes care or gives some love from mother towards daughter. This is because she expects everything to be done by the maid, even taking care of her child. Even though Evelyn has kids to raise at home, but she still has to manage her time to taking care of other white kids, which is not her family. And then there is one time where there is a separation on black and white people when they want to go into the shop. This means racist, as the white people don't want to line up or wait together with the black people. They get different treats depends on their skin color. Next, schizophylline is a friend of Elizabeth, so she is uncomfortable on how her friends treat the maid. Next is exposition. Skeeter decides to write a book of interview with African American maids working for white peoples. When she figured that her mother, the maid who raised Skeeter. When first Skeeter arrived at the company that she wants to work as a writer, Skeeter's manager has no toleration and did not behave properly, as he said to Skeeter in a harsh way, as she is new to that place. Rising action, Minnie is fired by Healy for using the guest bathroom and is rendered unemployable, but finds a job with Celia Ford. She is better and nicer than Healy. Celia treats Minnie with respect and they become friends and also become a part of family. Next, Skeeter reaches out to Evelyn, who eventually agreed to be interviewed, as does Minnie. Evelyn tells Skeeter about her struggle to muddle through with the death of her son, and believes the book will help her find closure. So that's all from me.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I'm Sophia. So as I'm here in this video, I will be talking more about the plot in this movie called Hell. So as you already heard that Fana has already explained on the plot on the beginning till the rising action, so I will be continue the rest. So for climax, where Yulmei, Healy's maid, wanted advance payment $75 just because she wanted to send her twin son to college, but she didn't have that lots of money to pay the rent and all of it. So she asked her employer, like Healy's, to make a advance payment, but then Healy refused. But then because Yulmei didn't get the money that she asked for, the payment that she asked for, then when she was cleaning the living room, there was a discarded ring besides the sofa. She found it, and because she want that money just to make sure her son future is bright, so she pawned the ring. And then when Healy noticed, of course, she report it to the police, and Yulmei was brutally arrested, not like other white people. Next part is falling action, where Skeeter confronts her mother about why did her mother fired Constantine, which is her maid for the past few years, and Charlotte, the Skeeter's mother, reveals everything that happens during the Daughters of America luncheon. At that time is where Charlotte fired Constantine, the maid. Okay, so for the last plot denouement, after all the situation have already happened and all, then the book was published and it was a success, because people, like white people or black people, tend to read the books. And then the next point is the kindness that gave Minnie the nerve to take her children and leave her abusive husband alone.
And the last point is Evelyn reflects on the ordeal and finds closure looking to her own future. So that's all for plot. Thank you very much.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dayan Danisha binti Zulkifli and my metric number is UDE 190034. For my part, I will present about the opinion of the HAP film. Opinion divided by two, which is about cinematography and costume. The cinematography that they use in the film is camera technique, which is the camera needs to travel with their cast skitter by doing 360 and rising up to through the stairwell. Next, the film is very black and white. The contrast ratio was a white to make sure that their cast, Viola, is not invisible and the baby is not blown out. The production only used one camera because this film is not a big actions and uh, the 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 situation, the location not allowed to use multiple camera. The director, Ted Taylor, leverages the dual visual and audio capabilities of the real situation. Other than the cinematography, the opinion of this film is about the costume. The costume of this film have 50 custom-made costume and the total up is about 400 costume for this film. And the fashion look for this film is by the era of 1950 and 1960. One of the costume that wear it by their cast, Ivelyn and Minnie, which is the traditional maid uniform. Next, Skeeter make a curly hair to make more accessible to a contemporary audience. The bright color and heavy makeup apply on Alison Janney, who is played as Charlotte. And the last one is using the traditional feminine.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Zafira binti Zainal Abidin, UDE 190068. I will present about the conclusion. So what I can conclude from the movie The Help is, The Help was an emotionally intense adaptation of Catherine Stockett's. It is a best-selling civil rights era novel. The Help is the story of black men who are working in white southern homes in the early 1960s. So in this movie, The Help is the shades the African American characters with respectable fare. So the movie never make us think that the maid who won tell their stories are cowardly, but it hammers home the courage of the maids that choose to speak up. It also embodies these conflicts between self-preservation and re-examining what exactly is being preserved. Overall, The Help was a good film with some strong performance and genuinely funny lines. However, in the movie, it's half with a mix of a tone of love and a love story all rolled into one. If you are looking for a pick-me-up or to laugh hysterically, this is undoubtedly the movie for you. It is also had social emotional learning such as self-esteem, friendship courage, and moral ethical emphasis like respect. In the nutshell, I very recommended this movie because in this movie, have lots of moral value and ethical value that you can learn from this movie. It's very suitable from the age 12 years old and above to watch this movie.